Hey, welcome back everyone. Starwing 7. So, we've got some exciting news that's coming out today. I'll play the video shortly, but I just wanted to start off here in Main City. You can see we've got a little bit more change again. So, we originally had those fractures, right? These little spots that you can see these chains coming through. Well, now we've got some sort of smoke. They call it shadow, so you'll see that in the video as I play it, but some exciting stuff coming for Main City. So let me just flip over here and we'll open this up and we'll just play this video and then I'll provide some comment afterwards.
They were right to fear it. We tampered with forces beyond our control. Our pride truly damned us all. We woke forbidden seals, and now what slept in darkness emerged from its slumber. But we cannot falter now. Search the temple ruins. Cross the seas of shadow to the eastern wastes. Find the waters in the forgotten valleys. Learn the secrets of ancient powers. We cannot undo what we did, so we must become something worse before darkness can claim these realms. We will command shadow itself.
Right on. So, yeah, some pretty exciting stuff. Let me just scroll through here and see if we can find some of these pictures that I can talk to a little bit here. And I'll read the story a little bit afterwards. They've released a product description for these new lands that they're going to release. But you can see here, this is the for the Great War, right? This was the battle scene. And now afterwards, we've got that shattering of the
What's left of darkness emerged from its slumber.
And there's the chromium, right?
But
now this is pretty cool. We see the cybercarbon loaded their car driving around. So, I'm hoping we're going to see some sort of, I guess, what do you want to call it? More of like a raid style MMORPG. Right, like they're saying search the temple ruins here, and they show this sort of temple-ish looking area. So hopefully there's going to be more exploratory factors to this world expansion that they have. Let me just scroll through here a little bit more. So we got a boat. This would be the lagoons. They're saying, I believe, cross the cross the ocean here. What do they?
Find the waters in the forgotten valleys. Learn the secrets of the waters in to the eastern wastes.
So yeah, cross the seas to the eastern wastes. Right, so there we are. Cross the seas to the of shadows. So the sea of shadows to the eastern wastes. So and then it cuts to them on a boat, the boat here, right, going across the ocean. So maybe there's going to be a completely separate land situation here, so maybe these lands aren't going to be part of like the main city, right? It's going to be these shadow lands that we're going to go, and you might only need to own one, or if you own more of them, maybe it's going to boost the abilities that you have within this new expanded world. We've been speculating quite a bit. Here's the bunch of dark lions. Let's see if I can get the secrets correctly. Right, so you got all these dark lions here, and they're on a motorcycle. So up on these molten caverns, and they're saying learn the secrets of these ancient powers. So, maybe they're going to be doing something a la Destiny, or we've been talking like World of Warcraft or any of these other Anthem, these types of MMORPGs where you're able to go out and explore sort of a wasteland, team up and raid. We're gonna have to battle whoever's got this giant sword, right? So this is probably like a final raid boss or something like that. You can see a bunch of these guys all bowing, sort of walking up to this big sword. So this would be part of, I guess, the actually the this. And we got these old whales, right? So these whales on the desert, you can see their skeleton if you've got a dune. You can see a part of their skeleton as well. And then, yeah, I mean, the fracture, maybe we're going to be teaming up to defeat Shadow itself. They had a little bit of text there. Let me go back. So, I mean, there might be some value in going through this video here, because I did just see a, here we go, an unknown energy, or unknown error occurred. Okay. Yeah, so it seems to be they say that quite a bit. You know, file name, a little bit of text here and there. So, yeah, some exciting times. But, you know, we are going to have this sale by the end of the month, right? And then coming soon on Main City, and then Main City Mobile. So this is exciting. And then it is powered by Lion Token. And they got down here at the bottom just your copyright stuff. And I mean, nothing really, I think, to call out here. So, yeah, I mean, let's see what happens. Conquer New Horizons was for the Fractured Fates, Season 3. So let me flip over, and we've got, this is the little product news that they brought out. So I can just read it through real quick. So Loaded Lions, Main City, Season 3, Fractured Fates. The Great War is over, but the real mystery is just beginning. So the beginning. Long before the existence of the Loaded Lions and the Dark Lions, 7 ancient beings reigned supreme, 5 guardians and 2 primordial forces, light and darkness. Tasked with preserving balance across all realms, they existed in harmony, until one betrayed them all. The dark primordial was no longer content with being part of the 7. He craved absolute power. Oh, there we go. Video finally loaded. His insatiable hunger to consume the cosmos ignited a war that raged for centuries. To stop the dark primordial rampage, the 5 guardians united in one final stand, sacrificed themselves to seal him in an endless abyss using the chains forged from chromium. Their final battle tore the lands apart, scattering their divine powers across various regions. Though the guardians were never seen again, their legacy endured, woven in the fabric of the magical lands they protected. Their powers can be felt by whoever walked upon these lands. For eons after, the world remained at peace, but some things were never meant to stay buried. So then, here's a little blurb about the Great War that we just fought. So the Great War between the Legion and the Void unleashed a devastating surge of energy, sending shock waves through the battlefield, causing the ground to pulsate with an eerie glow. The ground trembled with a series of jagged cracks appearing, spider webbing across the surface of Main City. Deep within the cracks of the earth, something ancient and forbidden stirred. The air hummed with tension as if the very ground was alive, writhing and shifting under the unseen force. As the fractures grew larger, the blue chromium chains that were used to hold the lands together began to quiver. The once indestructible bond that held the world together now trembled with a foreign yet powerful energy, hinting at the inevitable moment when they would no longer hold. Finally, the force beneath the ground overcame the previously unbreakable chromium chains, and a deafening screech quickly follows 1,000 chromium chains shattering in unison. The energy in Main City has shifted. As the terrifying shadows emerged from the chasm, the Loaded Lions and Dark Lions stood frozen, their past battle now meaningless in the face of the terror they had unknowingly unleashed. Alright, so here we go. Maybe we're teaming up. No more Legion, no more Void. You know, that'll still probably play into competitions and stuff like that, but maybe, you know, moving forward, we're teaming up. So the journey ahead. Main City stands on the precipice of its greatest battle yet. The Loaded Lions, Cyber Cubs, and Dark Lions must journey into uncharted territories, uncovering the secrets of the Guardians and the forces that shape their world. Right on. So, we got new powers, new enemies, and new territories coming soon. So that's really all we know so far. You know, we can see the effects right now in the game. So just like when the Dark Lions were getting introduced. We had little orbs that would float around, and then the city was on fire. So yeah, now we've got these cracks, these fissures, the chains. You can see them all around, right? And then now we've got the smoke or the shadow, the darkness coming out of these cavernous crevices, all these big fractures. So yeah, I mean, let's stay tuned. That's all we can do, and I'm excited. Maybe less so about lands, but definitely excited about this new storyline that they're bringing out, and potentially some sort of new aspect to the gameplay. I mean, all speculation at this point. Nobody really knows what's going to happen. But I would love to see some sort of questing, a way for, and Papa Bigfoot's been saying it quite a bit, bring some of these newer players when we're in X spaces and talking about the game and whatnot, be able to go and be like, hey, join my raid squad. We're going to go and we're going to, go and try and explore some of these lands. Maybe there's little mini bosses and stuff like that for us to tackle, or weekly bosses, something kind of like what Destiny had, or, with the little raid challenges and whatnot, the weekly raids and everything. I mean, tons of games have it, but that's the only one I have really to put into perspective. I played quite a bit of. But yeah, I mean, other than that, I guess if I were to just to maybe talk a little bit more on the land drop, we don't have any details yet as to mint price, or even the collection size. The previous collection, which was the Crypto.com's First Frontier lands, so they had released back in like 2023, I think, and that was somewhere around like November, December, and I'm pretty sure they were only $69. I thought they were maybe $79, somewhere around in there. But again, I think it depends on what NFTs you own and what whitelisting and rebates you're going to get. Loaded Lions will likely get a cheaper price on these lands moving forward. But, I'm a little less excited about the lands unless we're going to get some airdrop to us as First Frontier holders. Unless, these lands are going to be very specific to this new expansion on the world. So we'll see how it all works out. But, I'm never a fan of dilution. When I get it, it's the First Frontier collection. There was obviously another collection coming, and with it being more geared, I think, towards the mobile expansion that's coming out, but by the end of the year, I guess it's a good timing, before the expansion to mobile comes out. Let's get some more people hyped up. This gives people that are playing the game an opportunity to get some more lands. Whether they're going to improve our diamond gen, right? That would be maybe. I mean, I would be all for it, but these lands then need to also get a boost. We can also see up here, there's the hand, maybe as part of the Guardians or something like that, hiding in the lava. But, I think these lands need to get a boost in diamond production. If these other lands, these shadow lands or whatever they're going to call them, come into play and also improve the diamond production. But again, they may be a completely separate collection and they may have a completely different function. Typically that's the way it's been, right? Like, we got backpacks. Backpacks have their role. And then there's tools. Tools have a completely separate role. And then same with weapons and armor, right? They never really compete with each other. So hopefully these lands aren't going to be in direct competition with the First Frontier. And it does sound like First Frontier lands are still worth owning, right? But I mean, if you're going to dump, go for it. Personally, I'm keeping what I have. That's my own opinion, not financial advice, but we might see some dips in the market coming up soon, so it might be a good opportunity. If sort of been sitting on the sidelines, you could pick up a dune, maybe an alluring aurora or a lagoon, right? So these are your auroras. This is what your lagoons look like, and then this is what your molten cavern looks like. Unfortunately, I I'm not able to show you what a dune looks like. It is red. You would see the skeleton of those whales sort of up in the top and the bottom corner. But yeah, I mean, exciting times ahead. I'm really looking forward to, I guess, more stuff to do rather than just to log in and build my city. I guess I'm sort of afraid that it might become a massive time sink if it is a little bit too addictive, but hey, nothing wrong with that. Just means I need to have a little bit of self-control. So yeah, we'll see what happens. You know, they are going to be minted before the end of April, so we should be getting more news soon. So stay tuned, and I'll try to keep us as up to date as possible as, you know, the project continues to develop. But yeah, anyhow, I guess that's all I got for you guys today. So hopefully you enjoyed the little video. You know, read through the product description, and yeah, keep your eyes out for these new lands as they come out, and fingers crossed that maybe some of them will get airdropped to existing land holders, but I'm not going to hold my breath on it. Anyways, thanks for watching, and yeah, we'll catch you in the next video.